Welcome to the top 3 free agents at each position for the upcoming MLB offseason. In this video, we're going to go around the diamond, highlighting the best options available at each position to get you ready for the upcoming hot stove season. Comment below with the players you want your team to target. Also, be sure to hit that like if you're excited about this upcoming offseason, and be sure to subscribe and turn the alerts on so you don't miss any of the upcoming offseason content. Let's get started with the catcher position. We're going to go number 3, Gary Sanchez. Now, I'm going with the age here. The other catchers that could take this 3 spot are older, so someone could buy on the chance that he still has something that he could unlock. To do so, he's going to need the right fit. I hope he makes the decision on fit and not money. Number 2, Christian Vasquez bounced back offensively in 2022 and provides veteran leadership in the clubhouse with an added bonus of postseason experience. He'll be back with another playoff contender in 2023. Number 1, Wilson Contreras. On the cover, 2022 looked pretty good, but it could have been better. His second half saw a big decline, and maybe it was the trade rumors in July, but even after that, the trade deadline, he struggled. But in the end, he's still a really talented hitter that a lot of teams should covet. Question is, will they, with the qualifying offer compensation attached to him? Let's go to first base, and we're going to start number 3 with Anthony Rizzo. He's a $16 million player option that I believe he's likely to decline and enter the market, try to find a multi-year deal. Popped 30 homers for the first time since 2017 when he was 27 years old. I think he'll use that opt-out for that multi-year deal to take him through his mid-30s. Number 2, it's Josh Bell. Altogether, did put together a nice season in 2022, but there are some areas to watch. That power drop is one, and the batting dropped from DC to San Diego. If he can get that back on track, he will be a great addition for someone. Number 1, Jose Abreu. A great season in 2022. Now, the power numbers took a drop, only 15 home runs, but a batting average over 300. The on-base percentage creeping close to 400. Even entering his age 36 season, he can still get it done. He'll be a great addition somewhere if he doesn't return to the White Sox. Second base is next, and we're going to start with 2. It's Colton Wong. It's a $10 million club option. I think it's a 50-50 chance that Milwaukee moves on, goes younger. Now, he had a solid season, as indicated by the 118 OPS plus, but he makes a lot of errors for a second baseman and possessed the worst outs above average rating. It will be interesting to see what the Brewers do. Number 1, Gene Segura. $17 million club option. So this is one where the Phillies could pick it up or they could decline it. I could see this going both ways. He keeps on plugging away. If he's available, he's going to be great for somebody. Now, the power has never really been there. The speed is regressing, but he can still hit and is one of the tougher at-bats in the league with one of the lowest whiff and K rates across MLB. Now we go to shortstop. Number 4, Carlos Correa. I know you're going to say 4th. What? Let's not get hung up on rankings here. The difference between 4 and 1 is minimal. Correa is great. The bat, the glove, the age, you like it all. I just wonder, what kind of market can you build if New York and LA are out of the equation? Number 3, Xander Bogaerts. He has the player option, $20 million. If he picks it up, he's locked in for a few more years. Certainly going to opt out of that. If Correa possessed an even better hit tool and made more of those tougher plays at short, you'd find yourself looking at Xander Bogaerts. Another great year. Yes, the power took a dip, so we'll see if that bounces back, but everything else looks great here. Boston could be looking at an epic mistake by not renegotiating his contract earlier. Number 2, Dansby Swanson. There's literally nothing to dislike. Sure, you might want him to cut down on the strikeouts, but everyone strikes out a ton right now. And if doing that would bring his power numbers down, then take the trade-off, because when he gets hot, you can't pitch to him. Number 1, Trey Turner, an offensive force. And with the new pickoff attempt rule next year, might steal 100 bases. And I'm not kidding. He doesn't make a lot of the highlight plays in the field, but he does give you good defense. He gives you pop. He gives you speed. He's a great presence at the top of a lineup. Moving over to third base now. It's kind of light at third base this year. We're going to go number 3, Jace Peterson. Utility journeyman Jace Peterson found the right mix in Milwaukee this past season and just played good baseball, offensively and defensively. Now, the fact that he's third, again, is an indication of how shallow third base is, but whoever gets him will be adding good quality depth to their roster. Number 2, Brandon Drury. The recipe is simple. Swing and miss less, barrel up more. That's what Drury did in 2022. The question is, can he keep doing that? It'll be a gamble that somebody has to take. The good news is that he kept the home run rate up after going from Cincy to San Diego. The bad news is that his overall hitting took a dip. Be interesting to see how he does next year. Number 1, it's Justin Turner. There's a $16 million club option that the Dodgers possess, and I gotta think they will decline that. Did have a bad first half, but a great bounce back in the second half, and that's what he'll use to build his market for another go at age 38. Maybe his last year, next to last year. Either way, the window for Justin Turner is going to start to close, but might have some good days still ahead of him. Let's head to the outfield, and let's go to left field first. We're going to start number 3, Jurickson Profar. He has an $8.3 million player option that he should most certainly opt out of. Now, the batting average is not appealing, but look at that batting to on-base jump. 100 points. That work. That's what you want. You've got a guy that, compared to his peers, is not swinging and miss a ton, is not striking out a ton, and is drawing walks. You love that. That's what you need to beat the Astros. 36 doubles, 15 home runs. I'll take that from Profar. And you know what also works? That versatility. Be a very nice pickup for someone. Number 2, it's Jock Peterson. Jock Peterson with San Francisco this year had a very nice year. Didn't get a full season in, not because he was platooning, but because he spent a lot of time injured. But still, while he was out there, 23 home runs, a .274 batting average, an OPS plus of 144. Jock Peterson, when he was healthy, was out there and he was productive. Be interesting to see what he can do with somebody else if he leaves San Francisco. Number 1 is Andrew Benintendi. Now, the power was sacrificed in 2022 to make more contact and strike out less. The result? A career-high batting average and on-base percentage. Now, he's still only 27. Yeah, he's still only 27. This version of Andrew Benintendi is much more appealing to teams and should have a very healthy market. Let's go to center field. And number 3, we're going to start with Adam Duvall. Now, he played all 3 outfield positions, but spent most innings in center field. Now, maybe he doesn't plug into center with a new organization, but that's where we'll put him here. Right off 2022 as a bad year, but look to 2021 to see what he can do when healthy and playing well. He'll give you the pop. He'll give you good defense. Someone's going to give him an opportunity. Number 2, Kevin Kiermaier. There's a $13 million club option that at this point, at his age, 32, isn't really that old, but with the movement that Tampa has made with Jose Siri and others, they could opt to let Kevin Kiermaier walk. 32 years old, $13 million, Jose Siri, it all the signs kind of point to them not picking up that option. And if they do so, someone is going to get a really nice center fielder with postseason experience. Number 1 is Brandon Nimmo. Finally, a full season. A 7-year pro, and this was just the second time he played more than 140 games, and look what he can do. I really hope the Mets are able to bring him back. I like his value no matter where he goes, but I think it's highest with the Mets. Now let's go out to right field. Number 3, Will Myers. Could his time in San Diego actually be over? Now, it was an up and down year for Myers, not the type of season you want as you're building your value for looming free agency, but he still had some bright spots in 2022. His .261 batting average was his 3rd highest, and his .713 OPS was above league average. I think there's a good chance he's back with San Diego on a team-friendly deal. Number 2, Mitch Haniger. An injury-shortened 2022 should not derail Haniger's value this offseason. Look to his 2021 numbers when he blasted 39 homers and posted an 804 OPS. Question will be, will he return to the Mariners or take his services elsewhere? And the number 1 right fielder is Aaron Judge. We also know he can play center field. 62 home runs. He was a monster for the New York Yankees. He did everything right. The highest OPS in Major League Baseball, set the mark with a 211 OPS plus, was phenomenal. But will he go back to New York? He's probably going to get the highest AAV for at least a couple years of his deal that we've ever seen in the history of baseball. Who's going to give it to him? That'll be interesting to watch. Let's go to the designated hitter next, and let's go to Nelson Cruz, number 3. There's a $16 million mutual option that he and the Nats have, and I got to think the Nats are going to decline that. No way they agreed to that after the offensive drop in his age 41 season. That being said, someone may give him a shot in 2023, but if not, it was a fun ride for Nelson Cruz. Number 2, Andrew McCutchen. Now, he played some outfield for Milwaukee in 2022, but spent the majority of his games as a designated hitter, and that's where he should stay moving forward if you want to get a few more seasons out of that bat. He'll be entering his age 36 season, so the sun will be setting soon, but I'm optimistic. I think he's got another good year in him. Number 1 DH is J.D. Martinez. Can that power bounce back? Usually a 30-homer guy or pretty close to it. He hit just 16 in 2022. Now, he was still a doubles machine with 43, so that's a good sign, but is the power gone? As he enters his age 35 season, that may be the case. He's still the top DH bat available, but with that age, I would bet a 1-year deal with a club option is probably what he's looking at. Next up, starting pitching. There are so many different ways to go for the number 5. We're going to give you 2 extra ones. So many ways to go for number 5. I'm going to go with Tyler Anderson. His fastball changeup combo did hitters in 2022, and the Dodgers needed it. 15 wins, more than doubled his career high, and the 2.57 ERA was a full run lower than his previous career best. Number 4, Martin Perez. A career year for Perez across the board, aided by his ability to live on the black this year. Sinker, changeup, cutters, and 4-seamers were located perfectly. Can he do that again? That'll be the difference in another great year like 2022 or a regression back to his career norms. Number 3 is Carlos Rodon. Now, he's got the $22 million player option. He will certainly be declining that and entering the market looking for a long-term deal after showing that he can be healthy with 31 starts this year. Was incredible. 237 strikeouts in 178 innings, a 2.88 ERA, a whip of 1.02. He was phenomenal and is one of the best pitchers that are available this offseason. Number 2, Justin Verlander. He's got a $25 million player option. I mention him here because he's talked about how he wants to play until he's 45. I can't imagine he's going to want to play until he's 45 just living on 1-year deals. Capitalize on what was an amazing year, opt out, enter the free agent market, might end up back with Houston, but do it on a 3-year deal. Don't run it on a 1-year deal. If you really want to play till you're 45, he's got to opt out and get the multi-year deal. Absolutely outstanding stuff. Going to be the AL Cy Young Award winner by the time you see this. The award may have already been handed out, but Justin Verlander comes in at number 2. I got to think he's opting out. Number 1, Jacob deGrom. Of course. He's got a $30 million player option that he will opt out because he can go out and he can get 40 next year. At least, even with an injury-shortened season, when he came back, he showed you just how good he was. 11 starts in 2022, 102 Ks in 64 innings, a whip of 0.74 was outstanding. Jacob deGrom will certainly be opting out and will cause one of the craziest free agent frenzies that we've seen in a while. Can the Mets bring him back? I think that's most likely the direction this will go, but it doesn't mean that a lot of the other big spenders won't be there trying to grab him. Let's move to the bullpen, and we're going to start with right-handed relievers, not closers, right-handed relievers. We're talking about 6th, 7th, 8th, high-leverage guys. We're going to go number 3, Jason Adam. You could not hit this man in 2022. His slider registered an opponent batting average of 0.96 with a 46% whiff rate. Are you kidding me? For Jason Adam, life starts at 30, or at least his run of getting paid for that right arm does. Number 2 is Adam Ottavino, armed with one of the best, if not the best, sliders in the game. Ottavino had it working for the Mets in 2022 with the numbers you see here. 2023 will be his age 37 season, but if this past season is any indication, he's not losing his effectiveness just yet. Number 1, it's Rafael Montero. He's shown himself to be a nasty arm out of the pen multiple times during his career, and now he can capitalize on it financially after a stellar 2022 campaign in which he made 71 appearances, posted a 2.37 ERA, and that's legit with the 2.64 FIP. Let's go to the lefties, left-handed relievers coming out of the pen. We're going to go number 3, Andrew Chafin. He's got a $6.5 million player option to stay with the Tigers. I'm going to guess he declines that and re-enters the market. I mean, it'd be smart for 2 reasons. Get out of that Detroit situation, 1, and number 2, go find a multi-year deal. He's going to be one of the best lefties available. Number 2, it's Brad Hand. After an up and down 2021, he bounced back for the Phillies in 2022 thanks to a slider with 16.4 inches of horizontal break and 48 inches of drop. Pair that movement up, and you've got one of the best sliders in baseball in 2022. He'll be a prime target for a contender this offseason. Number 1, Matt Moore. Career year couldn't have come at a better time. Career best in K rate, hit rate, ERA, FIP, WHIP. You get the point. Now, he's getting up there in age. 2023 will be his age 34 season, but he's changed his pitch mix, and it's working. So he'll be a highly coveted bullpen piece. In my opinion, the best lefty available. Let's go to the closers now, and we're going to start number 3, David Robertson. After not pitching a full season since 2018, Robertson reemerged as a weapon out of the pen in 2022. And because of it, he's going to find a nice payday this offseason. The market for closers is demanding, but the supply is light. Good news for David Robertson. Number 2, Kenley Jansen did his thing again, but for the first time away from LA, and maybe they could have used him after that whole Craig Kimbrell mess. Now, he wasn't as good as he was in 2021, but he was still among the game's best closers, and that closer market, again, is thin, so he's going to get paid. Number 1, Edwin Diaz. A 1.31 ERA is impressive, but a 0.90 FIP is legendary. That's what he did in 2022, and that is why every contender with money to spend will be coming for him this offseason. The Diaz watch will be intense. It's going to be a wild offseason, so make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have the alerts turned on for when rumors are out there. We're going to cut through the BS when we're looking at rumors. We're going to react when the big deals go down. We're going to break it all down, how it impacts the teams, the domino effects for the other teams and everything. It'll be a fun offseason. I want you to be a part of it. Make sure to subscribe for all of that. Who is your team going to get? Who do you want your team to get? Make sure to comment below and let me know. And as a reminder, of course, make sure to hit that like if you have not yet. Make sure to leave a like. It's the best way to support the channel, support the video. Leaving a like, I appreciate you doing that. And make sure to subscribe. You made it to the end of the video, so why not reward yourself with a shiny new subscription to BALLCAP Sports? Instant access into our community, BALLCAP Nation. Again, thank you for watching this one, everybody. I will add some links to some of my other content for you to check out here now. Appreciate you watching the video, and I'll catch you next time.